Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time watching. So today we're going to be doing a very special build, and this one is actually for Gosh, for the Gosh charity. So it's part of Gosh's like Sims build challenge, and we're going to be building some accommodation for the families that have children at Gosh at the hospital. So in case you guys didn't know, Gosh is just an abbreviation for Great Ormond Street Hospital, and basically they provide this amazing service through their charity where parents that have children like undergoing treatment at the hospital or anything like that, or they need to be at the hospital for an extended amount of time, they actually provide free accommodation for the families of the patients of the hospital. And the way that they do this is through kind of like, I don't want to say communal housing because I don't know if it's technically considered communal housing. Wow, I don't know what my voice just did. Communal housing. But basically it's kind of like, it's not like they put them up in a hotel. It's more like houses that various patients, I don't know, I'll explain it a little bit more as I go through the build, but I suck at explaining things, so bear with me. But it's a really nice thing that the hospital actually does, and they do it all through the contributions to the charity, through the Gosh charity. Now, I will have a link below to donate to the charity if that is something that you're able to do and want to do. I do have a link down below for that, and any amount of money helps. Obviously, you know, with charity, it doesn't really matter how much you give, because anything like any amount that you can give is better than what they had before, if that makes sense. So any extra amount is more. So yeah, more than what they had. So yeah, any amount that you can give, if you're able to and want to, then feel free to do so. I will have all of the links down below. I'll also have more information down below about exactly what Great Ormond Street Hospital does and what the charity is all about and all of that stuff. So we're going to be building, as you can see, in Henford-on-Bagley, because I really wanted to build in Henford-on-Bagley, and it just made sense because Gosh is technically I believe they're London based, so obviously, you know, UK. So Henford-on-Bagley seemed like the perfect choice for a build like this. And I wasn't exactly sure about what I wanted to do. I played around with the idea of building like 2 townhouses and having them be like separate housing, like separate houses for maybe like 2 families at a time or something. But then I actually read through the challenge brief again, and I found that they really said that a lot of the times they'll have like parents or like family members staying in rooms in a house or in, you know, something like that, and then they would have like communal spaces where they could mingle with other parents and, you know, spend time together with people that are kind of like going through the same thing that they're going through, which I think is a really great thing. When, you know, you have someone in hospital, it's really nice being able to talk to someone and spend time with someone that actually knows what you're going through. So yeah, I really like that idea. And also they said that, you know, it should have space for like the whole family. So in my head that means children as well, because, you know, maybe the kids that are being treated at the hospital don't necessarily have to stay at the hospital. Maybe they can, you know, just stay close to the hospital and then go in when they need to. And when, you know, they also briefed us about, you know, what the build needs and stuff like that. The biggest plus point, or like one of the biggest plus points about this charity as a whole and what they do, is that the accommodations tend to be like 2 minutes from the hospital. So it's really close by. So, you know, I took that to mean that, you know, if a patient doesn't need to stay overnight, then, you know, they can stay here with their parents and then just go into the hospital when needed. So I really like that idea. So I decided to go with that kind of like almost share house. That's the best way that I can think of describing this. Kind of like as a share house where they each get their, like they have their own rooms, and then they kind of like share the kitchen and the living spaces and the bathrooms and stuff like that. So that's what I actually decided to go for this build. Now you will see out the front I actually put in a little ramp, or it's supposed to look like a ramp, that I made with a roof piece, and that's supposed to be like an accessibility ramp for people that are in wheelchairs. Now, I did try and download I know there are quite a few like wheelchair builds on the gallery, like not houses or anything like that. I mean like actual someone went in and either with the tool mod or just with the game, they built a wheelchair out of debug items and stuff like that. And some of them look super realistic and they look absolutely amazing. But every single time I tried to download one, my game would either like freak out and be stuck in an endless loading screen of like placing the item down, or my game would just crash. And I don't know what that is about. I don't know if it just doesn't like, you know, how detailed those kind of like small builds are, or if it's just a glitch or whatever. But after like the third time of trying it, I decided to not tempt fate again and try it again. So while I did try and make this build accessibility friendly and wheelchair friendly, I couldn't place down a wheelchair to kind of like get the idea across because my game just wasn't having it. But with that whole like accessibility idea in mind, because I really wanted this build to be as accessible as possible for people that are in wheelchairs or do use mobility aids or anything like that, I decided to go for that with the first floor, like with mostly the first floor, obviously, because there's no way we can like realistically build a stair lift or something that looks like a stair lift in the game. And I didn't even know how I would attempt to do that. So I decided that the first floor would be like the accessible floor. So obviously we have the little ramp out the front. I tried to like keep the furnishing as like open as I could on the first floor, especially even with the bedrooms. I tried to keep it as open as I could to make sure that, you know, in real life, you know, people would be able to navigate around things with their wheelchairs and stuff like that. The main problem that I could see people having would be in the kitchen because it's not super big. But I did build this on a 20 by 15 lot, so there wasn't a lot of space to begin with. So I feel like that would just, I don't know, maybe you could just move some of the chairs out of the way in the kitchen, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we do have a kitchen that's kind of like a communal kitchen. There's a couple of dining tables. I believe, yeah, there's 2 dining tables. I do put a toddler like high chair in there as well eventually. Then we have the living room that we haven't started on yet, but we have a living room with a little electric fireplace. We have a TV. I end up putting in a games console. So, you know, the people that stay here or the kids or whatever can play some games together. We obviously have a lot of seating. I also put in an infant playmat in the living room as well, because I do put in space for infants in this build as well. So yeah, there's a lot of like toys and everything like that around the house for your Sims to keep them busy. Then there's 2 bedrooms downstairs and a bathroom. So you will have seen me actually do the bathroom on camera. I did cut out me doing the other 2 bathrooms. I cut out the footage of that because they're both upstairs and they're a lot smaller than the one downstairs, because like I said, I wanted the one downstairs to be kind of like the wheelchair accessible one. So I tried to keep it as open and as spacious as I could, and I tried to put in little hand railings and stuff like that for them to like get onto the toilet, get into the bathtub. I tried to make the shower open and put like a little stool there to kind of make it look like it's like a shower chair, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really like the way that bathroom turned out. And then there are 2 bedrooms downstairs. There's a double bedroom with like a double bed in it. And I also put a toddler bed in that bedroom. So in case, you know, there's a couple of parents staying here with like their toddler or, you know, something like that. Or maybe, you know, they have an older child that stays in the hospital and they have a toddler that they need to bring with them. They have a toddler bed in their bedroom. Then there's another bedroom that's also like technically a twin room, but like it has 2 single beds in it. So like a twin, yeah, like a twin bedroom. So yeah, there's another bedroom downstairs that has like 2 single beds in it, and both of these bedrooms are very open, so there's obviously like a lot of space to move around in them that would make them accessible. And then upstairs there's 2 bathrooms. One of them is just like a hallway bathroom, and then the other one is actually a Jack and Jill bathroom that's shared between 2 bedrooms. And then there was going to be 4 bedrooms upstairs, but I decided to turn one of the bedrooms into a little playroom. So I put in a dollhouse, I put in a little games table as well, and some like kid bookcases, just to make it look like it's a space for kids to just hang out and relax and have fun together. And then the other bedrooms upstairs, one of them is like, I was thinking for like a single parent, so there's a single bed in there, and then I believe I put a crib, yeah, an infant crib in that bedroom, as well as a changing table. So yeah, there's one bedroom that has a single bed and a crib, and then the other 2 bedrooms are actually the ones that share the bathroom. So I thought that might be for like a family that has to stay close to the hospital. So there's a double bedroom, or like a bedroom with a double bed, that also has, I believe, yeah, they also have an infant crib in their bedroom, as well as I believe I put the changing table in their room as well. And then they share a bathroom with the bedroom that has a single bed and a little toddler bed in it as well. So maybe for like 2 kids. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit more of like a family room, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of just how I thought that would work out. So there's a lot of different spaces for Sims to sleep and stay and all of that stuff. I tried to make it as varied as I could. So like one bedroom has a toddler bed, one has an infant bed, one, there's a couple of just single bedrooms and, stuff like that. So I tried to keep that in mind as much as possible and, make it as kid friendly as well. Because like I said, I assume that if children don't have to stay overnight at the hospital, they would, stay with their parents in accommodation that the hospital provides. So yeah, that was kind of just my thought process. And I also put in a bunch of these like suitcases from Growing Together, as well as those little backpacks from, I believe, Growing Together as well. Because I thought, those would be the suitcases that the Sims bring with them that, stay here. So I put a combination of those in all of the bedrooms. And I tried to make sure that, it looks like they all have their own like separate space. So maybe this single bedroom or like twin bedroom could be shared between 2 totally different Sims. So not from the same family, so they each have their own bed, they each have their own dresses and all of that stuff. And I try to keep that in mind in all of the bedrooms as well. So all of the bedrooms have dresses, and if they have an infant crib, they have a changing table like in their room. And I obviously they do have to share the bathrooms. Like this bathroom downstairs, I assume would be shared maybe by like these 2 bedrooms downstairs. Then, the bathroom upstairs, that's like a Jack and Jill, would be shared by those 2 bedrooms. And then the other bathroom would be maybe like just for the other bedroom. Because, yeah, originally, like I said, there were going to be like 4 bedrooms upstairs, but it ended up just being 3 because I wanted a playroom. So, yeah, then I also have a little hallway space upstairs that I ended up just putting I ended up putting in 2 desks and 2 computers and some bookshelves. So there are computers on this lot, maybe if Sims need to access the computer or something, they do have that. And then obviously, they have all of the like TV stuff downstairs. I couldn't put in many like skill building items, but I feel like that wasn't necessarily my priority with this. I was thinking more of like a fun, relaxing space, not grind for skill space. So yeah, I didn't put in any skill building items really, apart from obviously the bookcases and the computers and TV and stuff. But I do have a little outdoor space as well, where we have a grill and a little like picnic bench for them to sit outside and enjoy the sun. And I have a couple of chairs out there as well. But like I said, there isn't a lot of space on this lot because I decided to build this on a 20 by 15. So yeah, there's not a lot of space. But I do really like the way this build turned out. I like how compact it is, but like still being functional, because I did play test this and it does work. It is very compact and quite cramped, I'm not gonna lie. But I do really like the way it turned out, and I think it gets the idea across. So yeah, here you'll see me just messing around with the bedrooms upstairs because I wasn't sure how I was going to fit everything in. But I decided that one bedroom can be for a child and a toddler. The infant crib and changing table can be in the parents' bedroom. So yeah, that was just the whole thing. And I really like the way, like I said, I really like the way this build turned out. I tried to make it feel as like homey and warm and like, you know, calm and relaxing as I could, kind of like as a home away from home, if that makes sense. And I feel like as someone that did spend a lot of time in hospital as a child, not really a child, I wasn't really young, I was like 13, but I spent practically my entire 7th grade. I spent more time in the hospital during 7th grade than I did at school. So yeah, as someone that had to spend a lot of time at a hospital, and unfortunately the hospital was like an hour and a half away from my house, so I had to leave for the hospital at like 5 in the morning a lot of the time. We had to go at like 5 in the morning. We didn't get home until like 7, 8 at night. It was a pain. And we never, like, I wasn't sick to the point where they kept me overnight, but I had to be in there practically every day for tests and all of that fun stuff. I say very sarcastically. So yeah, as someone that had to spend a lot of time at hospitals during that year, and even since then, I haven't been to hospitals a lot since then, but I've been at doctors a lot since then. But as someone that's had dealt with a lot of that stuff, I can just say that having somewhere to go after you've been at a hospital, no matter how nice the hospital is, or, you know, if you're getting good news, bad news, whatever the case may be, having somewhere to go after the fact that's calming and relaxing and that you can just unwind is actually the best thing and the most important thing, I think, because it's so draining when you have to spend all day at hospitals or with doctors or dealing with stuff like that. And it's obvious, it's honestly, it's awful. I honestly can't really express this enough, but going through that, even as a 13-year-old, sucked. I can't imagine going through it with a young child. That would be a nightmare. So charities like this that make it a little bit better for people is absolutely an incredible thing. So yeah, like I said, check out the download link below in case, not download, the donate link below in case you wanted to donate. But with all of that said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the build in the game, because I know it can be hard sometimes seeing everything when it's all sped up. So let's go on into the game and check it out. Okay, so here we are in the game, and I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the gallery. So it's just called the Gosh Charity Build up on the gallery. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has the homey lot trait, and yeah, it will be up on the gallery when this video goes out if you guys want to go ahead and download it. But this is what the build looks like in the game. I absolutely love it. We have obviously, you know, the little ramp out the front. We have the little outdoor space for your Sims to enjoy, some seating. And that's basically it for the yard. Like I said, there's not a lot going on in the yard. But you come in and you have a little entryway with, you know, storage and, you know, normal entryway stuff. I tried to keep it as open as I could, like I said. So you go to the right, not to the left, to the right. And you have the little living room space with, obviously, you know, I wanted to make it feel homey and like a home away from home. So we have like some mismatched couches. We have obviously a lot of kid clutter. We have a little infant playmat with the TV. And we have obviously, like I said, the games table. Then going back this way, we have a little hallway that leads you into the kitchen. So you have a little dining space over there. We have a little dining space over here as well. And then just all of the normal stuff that you would need in the kitchen. Sink, you know, not washing machine, sink, dishwasher, you know, trash can, microwave, all of the normal kitchen stuff. Then going back down the hallway, we actually have the bathroom downstairs. So this is one that I would think would be like the accessible one. So yeah, we have bathtub, sink, toddler potty, and then we just have the shower, toilet, you know, all of the normal bathroom stuff. We also have a little like twin bedroom down here as well with 2 single beds, and then we have the bed with like the parents' bedroom with a little toddler bed in it as well. And then going upstairs, we have that hallway that I talked about with the computers, some bookshelves. we have this hallway bathroom as well with another toddler potty in it. Then we have one of the two bigger bedrooms upstairs. So we have the bedroom that's kind of like parents sharing with their infant bedroom type one. So we have a double bed, infant crib, we have a changing table. Obviously they all have their own dresses and all of that stuff. And this is the one that shares like the little Jack and Jill bathroom. So this is kind of like a kid's room with a little toddler bed in it as well and some toys. And then on the other side of the hallway, we have the one that I thought would be like for a single parent with a little infant. So they have another infant crib, another changing table. And then we have a little games room as well for the kids. So we have a little doll's house, games table, a little stuffed animal, some books. And yeah, just a very nice, cute little kid-friendly space. But that is basically it for this build, you guys. Let me give you a quick little floor plan show. So this is the top floor. And then the bottom floor as well. Like I said, it's very compact, but I really like the way it turned out. And like I said, it will be up on the gallery if you want to go ahead and download it. But yeah, that is it for this build, everyone. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, if you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, if you want to go ahead, check out Gosh, check out the charity and, you know, everything that they do. Like I said, I will have more information links down below in the description. I will also have a download link down below in case you want to go ahead and download to them. Not download, why do I keep getting those words mixed up? Donate. If you want to go ahead and donate to them, I will have the donation link down below as well, right at the top of the description. So yeah, definitely go ahead, check that out. If you're in a financial place to do so, please go ahead and support them. It would mean a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to them as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless, and I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.